Make sure that you tune in every Thursday to the Blueprint Live at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. And then you can catch me on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in, and right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi, all right? Hey man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I know what you should be doing. I'm the pride of the Eastside DJ MH Tutter, and you need to tune into the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Oh, it's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi, and I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Ah! Oh, Fabo!
Hey y'all, come on in. Happy Thursday. What's up, swag hearts? Y'all make sure that y'all phone in. We are on. Shout out to Demi Everett. This song is real. Get it on your playlist. Get your cocktail. Let's just start off. I feel like we had to vibe starting it off, okay? Happy Thursday. Welcome back to another week of the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and I am so excited to be on tonight. And I've got, oh my goodness, I tell you all that whenever I take a break, okay, last week I was out, I always try to come back with some heat. And this week, my guest, y'all, I'm so excited because this is a fellow brother in media. But y'all, we're talking about a multi-talented entrepreneur, okay? Someone that can help you get it together, okay, on the financial tip. I'm so excited for you all. I'm so excited tonight. Okay, I have Corey Sino Williams joining me tonight. And, you know, we have to jump in. Because for one, look, check this out. With my guest tonight, I have bumped into Sino in a few different places at this point. But tonight, I'm really excited to really delve into his journey because, y'all, when I tell you he is everywhere, he is doing big things. So I'm so excited to introduce him to all of our listeners tonight. So you all make sure that you stick around. Give me just a little bit, okay? Got to shout out to all of my listeners that are tuning in with us on Facebook and YouTube. And for those that will later join us on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3 and Indie 101.5. Now, the show is available anywhere that you listen to your favorite shows, okay? So don't be afraid if you got to listen to it on Monday. You know, I know sometimes y'all can't tune in. Everybody's coming home. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. Y'all gonna get in tune with me. We know this. If you're interested in advertising with MzMetchi, look, reach out, okay? Visit thebpmediaco.com or MzMetchi.com because, look, I've got some slots available. Look, we got shows. Y'all know the MzMetchi show is out. Okay, season 1 is out right now. There's definitely some opportunities to get eyes on your business. So look, reach out to me. Okay. And of course, shout out to my radio partners, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Fluent Radio. And look, they just recently had a name update. So it's Fluent Media Network. My bad, y'all. I know y'all gonna get me. And of course, shout out to the Swag Heart community. Love my girls, love them down. Thank you all so much for tuning in with me tonight. And of course, my sponsors. Where would we be without our amazing sponsors for the Blueprint Live? Shout out to Live Long Health, Copajn Vodka, Pretty Curvy Savage, Paris Ice Bar, and Fiya Infusions. After tonight's broadcast, everyone that I've mentioned will be hyperlinked to the episode. Go follow the channels, okay? Follow them subscribe on YouTube. Every one of these people that I'm mentioning, they have all of their different pages. Go and follow them because they follow back. My people support. I don't bring y'all no one that's not going to support you back, okay? So everyone that I mentioned tonight, please just take the time. Go and click on their page. go and love their page. Whatever it is that it calls for, if it's on Instagram or Facebook, go and support. That's what we do over here, okay? Tonight's topic, remembering September 11th. I've been doing the show for a little while now, and the dates haven't aligned like this. So I felt that it was only appropriate for us to just, let's go there for a second. Today is a tender day, but we're going to talk about it in remembrance, okay? Get in tune with our topic. Let me get in these comments. What are you all talking about over here? What's up, Meech? Okay, we got one of my partners for the LinkedIn Lit Brunch. Hey, what's going on? Y'all go and follow him, an amazing artist from the Chicagoland area. Super dope. Now, without further ado, it's time to bring in my special guest. So, Sina, are you ready? Can I get a thumbs up if you're good to go? Okay, we got the thumbs up. I have to get it prepared. Y'all know I like to make sure that it's looking good for my people when they come on the show. So give me 1 second. Now, without further ado, let me introduce you all to Corey Williams. Here he is. Hey.
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
I am so good. I'm so good. How are you?
Man, I'm blessed. That's my favorite word, blessed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was telling them before I brought you on that I've seen you in so many places. So I've been super excited to talk to you and kind of learn a little bit more about how you kind of got in the game, how we even met at some of the events. Like we gotta walk them through it.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your show, and just thank you for your inspiration, your good energy. You know what I mean? Like from the first time we met, and I don't even think we really met. We just kind of, it was more, yeah, it was like, oh, you do that too. Like, oh, you do that. Like, oh, you here for that. It was one of them, like, okay, but I don't like, I'm never like, I'm non-threatening, when it comes to other people in the space. Like, I just want to, hey, my favorite thing is we're not competing, let's collaborate. And that's what we're doing now. So thank you for the collaboration. And you coming on Convo with Sino too. So
I can't wait. You know what's so funny? And I'm pretty sure you know this because you interview people just like me. It is very, very easy to get people to come on the show, but it's really hard getting interviews for myself sometimes.
Yeah. Like this is different for me, as I'm like, the host is now the guest, you know what I'm saying? So
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. I love it too. But I like your whole setup, and believe me, I'm stealing some stuff. I seen some stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna use it,
Clock it. Look, at least you honest, because you know how some people they'll copy the whole thing and just be like this. I did it first. Like, wait a minute, hold on now.
No. I give props where they do, and I need to give me some more celebrity intros. Those drops, celebrity drops. I see you.
Yeah, look, know what? It's about building relationships, and I knew, like, even when I met you, because I think that we met. It was an awards. It was
shout out to Bev and
yes, my girl.
And two official. Shout out to Chicago's finest. At the BEA Awards. Yeah.
But I feel like I saw you before that though. I just think that was like the first time where I'm like this. Oh, hey, I'm like, what's going? And I know we follow each other.
Funny looking dude with a bald head. I mean, we all over.
A mess. A mess. I am interested to know. How did you? Because for those that don't know, I mean, you do a lot as far as with helping people in the financial space. You've been very successful in a multitude of industries. But what was your start? What was Corey's start within entrepreneurship?
The statute of limitations is up, right? Okay, I ain't gonna take y'all all the way back, But I've always had a work ethic. Always thought out the box. From a teenager, I started working when I was 16. So my first job, 16, and of course, whatever else, But I started working. I like getting money. I just always like getting money.
That's right.
And so, where the money at? So I started working construction when I was 18. So I didn't go. I went to college, but I started working, and I did construction, and I was making good money. Did that for about 8 years. Really didn't like what I was doing. Really didn't like. I saw the future of people that were there longer, and I'm like, I don't. That's not my future, because I'm a visual person. I like to visualize and see a vision. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't see myself being there. But I stuck around, and the opportunity came where I left that construction job and I went full-time real estate. I was a real estate agent.
Okay.
So I'm originally from Gary, Indiana. Shout out GI. And so I started doing real estate. That didn't work out for me. I was just about to go back to my job. And then a gentleman called me. Shout out to my guy, Willie Muhammad. He called me about this thing called prepaid legal.
Okay. Look, walk me through this. You got to tell me.
Yeah. So prepaid legal, because I needed some money, and so he showed me the plan. And so for those who don't know, it's called Legal Shield now, but it's network marketing. So it's network marketing. So so I started. I jumped in right away. My first week, I made some money. And actually, this is I've been with Legal Shield now for over 20 years.
Okay.
It's a 20-year-old business. Yeah, 20-year-old business. And so
how you been with them for 20 years? Now, what's going on? That would have made you 16 now. What's
Thank you. I'll be 50 next month.
Stop. Are you for real?
I'll be 50. I'm 49.
Look, you know what? Look,
I'll
black
be 50
don't crack.
Okay? Yeah, I'll be 50 in October. It sounds crazy me even saying that, right? But yeah, right. I'll be 50 in October, but I feel good, as James Brown said, I feel good, I look good, I make love good.
Look, sprinkle the fountain of youth on everybody. A little bit of a sprinkle, okay?
Yeah, I'm on my James Brown right now, But yeah, I've been with that company 20 years. Probably over there. I think I can't even, but this month is my anniversary for a lot of things. September is a real special month. It's my mom's birthday. It's the month I started Legal Shield, or prepaid legal at the time. It was thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kimberly. I say okay.
Come on, Kim.
And so yes, a lot of milestones. Of course, September 11th. So prayers to the families. I remember that. I'm sure we all remember that day where we were around September.
We talking about it later, Corey. We talking about it later.
Yeah. So I started with that company, and I didn't look back. I stayed a full-time entrepreneur for the next, maybe 7-8 years. I built a team. I built, network marketing. So a lot of people call it the pyramid, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know the job is the real pyramid, but that's a whole nother story. But network marketing. So I built a team, traveled the world, did conferences, spoke, so it sharpened my skills. So I guess I'm saying all this is leading up to where I am now, because now I'm able to talk in front of people, speak in front of crowds, and do what I'm doing now, because I had to do presentations. I was always doing a presentation. I was a pretty good speaker. So I built that. But the thing with that, I wasn't a good steward over my money. And when you're dealing with people and you have a success, and people are a part of that success, they can sometimes be, ebbs and flows. And so I end up finding myself, still doing the business, but just kind of turning my wheels. And so about 15 years ago, a good friend of mine asked me that he was working at Ford Motor Company in Chicago. And so
family with UAW.
Yeah, I'm UAW. So he asked me to come in, asked me that I want to work. And at the time I was like, yeah, because this, my business really wasn't where I wanted it to be. And, pride just, I've never been prideful. So I started working at Ford, and I've been there, and it's been a great experience. I mean, I'm actually going to a conference for the UAW, a media conference this week. next week. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah,
sure, yeah.
I'm a UAW wife. I don't work there, but
Okay, shout out. Okay, yeah. So so I started with, so that was my so it was real estate, it was Legal Shield. I did have my insurance license for a time. I was because at the time I was just chasing money, but now I like money to chase me. You know what I'm saying? And
dropping gems.
Yeah, I like money to chase me. I don't like chasing money.
Now, let me ask you this, because now that you've done full entrepreneurship, and then now it seems you're also doing that, but then still keeping up with work too. I tell everybody I'm a corporatepreneur. I go to work, but also work my business full time.
Absolutely.
Can you speak to, because I love to get this perspective for my listeners, as far as just like that overall balance that you have to have? Like, how does Sino maintain that balance between both of those worlds? Because they require a lot.
Sino got a lot of worlds. I got a 5-year-old daughter that I adore. So I'm a father first, and from a previous marriage. So I'm a father. I host a podcast. I have my own credit repair business. I still do Legal Shield. I still work. I still take care of my, manage my mom's affairs, help out with that. But it's all about having systems in place. The only reason I can do this and not be, pulling my hair out if I had hair, is that I have systems in place and I have people. I have, things, so you got to pay people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this don't run. So like this what we're on right now is our system, right? What we're broadcasting through. Mm-hmm. So I pay things like this to better, because systems, if you break the word system down, it says save yourself time, energy, and money. SYSTEM, right? Save yourself time, energy, and money. And so once you learn how to do that, because Legal Shield, the network market taught me leverage. And even to this day, my residuals, I'm a $50,000 ring earner with the company. So, I earn that residually.
You the people that they read about on the brochures, okay, in the company.
Yeah, I'm in the book. Yeah, I'm in the book. Yeah. So I built that business, but now I don't really work it like I used to, because it's a self-running machine. So I got that's going. And so it's almost, imagine a person like spinning plates, like the person at the circus. He get one plate spinning, right? Then you get another plate spinning. You still got to keep this one, but you ain't got to put that much effort on it. Then you put one on your nose, put one on your head. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we do in business. And that's how I'm able to do, because I'm just putting more systems on everything I do. So all I have to do is spin it. Okay, it's spinning. Okay, now I can go. Okay, I'm going to spin that one. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I pay people. Yeah, I pay people. Yeah. So
I love what you said about systems, though. That's everything. I love that. And you shared with me that consistency is really important. Like, it's something that's that you tell people consistency is important for your success. But I want to know this. Kind of on this journey that you've been on. Was there ever a time where, like, that consistency, it was a little bit of a challenge?
No, it's just sometimes life can just get a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I guess that, to your point, maybe in that aspect where maybe unexpected things pop up that you have to handle. But I had I'm a man of God, a man of faith. So, one time I was really overwhelmed. I was doing something for my dad. I was taking care of him before he passed. And I had my daughter with me. It was an emergency. I live in Illinois. He lives in Indiana. It was late at night, so I'm overwhelmed, right? But the Holy Spirit came to me and said, you know what? If I'm giving you all the tools you need to put out the fires, what are you complaining about? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I got a vehicle to get over there. I got money to go. I got the time. what are you complaining about? Now, if I didn't give you the fire hose, the axe, the fire truck, the suit, all that you need to put out the fire, then you can complain. But if you got everything, you can just do it.
That's right.
And so I had to I just had to start to take things one by one. That's why I don't like to procrastinate. I like to accomplish goals. I like to be 2 or 3. I like to go to bed 2 to 3 steps ahead, because when we sleep, life is still moving. So,
right.
So a lot of times you can wake up and you can check phones, emails, and all kind of stuff didn't happen. Exactly. Bank accounts, people, they going in your account when you sleep.
What's going on?
You wake up like, when that come? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So you always just got to be 2 to 3 steps ahead of life, because life is a game. And once you understand that, before you go to bed, you need to, your day should be focused on. I call myself a fireman. That's what I'm doing. I'm a fireman. All I do is put out fires. I put out fires.
I'm not mad at that. Look, I work a little bit off of a to-do list, because I've gotten to the place where I'm tired of putting out fires. I'm like, we're going to delegate someone else to help put the fire out. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you have to have just like that management. So I love, and that's why you are successful and you're able to do so many different things. It goes back to those systems that you talked about.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's no way I could do all the stuff I do without a team. Shout out to, my mentor, Rich Off Information, Dwight Looney. Shout out to my producer, my program enhancement coordinator for Convo with Cino Live, 22, Clarence Underwood. My assistant with my credit repair business, Leah. You know what I'm saying? So my cameraman, Joe, my audio guy, Chris Coleman. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just me. I'm just, the production. When you see anything you see, there's people, believe me, that a whole bunch of people that put this thing together. You know what I'm saying?
We can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. You can, but it'll definitely be a struggle. Be a struggle.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about your show, because look, we were talking about y'all before we went on that it's, he's also a host as well for Convo with Cino, and now he's being interviewed. Let's talk about your show. Let's get look. I know you're gonna get excited.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me. Yeah. Here we go. I normally wear my shirt, my sweater, but I wanted to represent my business brand today, Rich Off Information. So I wanted to represent that. But man, Convo Cino. Again, I started this 2 years ago. So actually, man, time is flying. In November to be 3 years.
Okay.
So, learning this thing, didn't know anything about it. But I tell people and people come to me like, I want to start a podcast. What I need to do? I'm like, just do it. You got to just do it.
Jump in. You do.
Yeah. You don't have to be great to start, but you got to start in order to be great.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, just mess up. You got to mess up. You got to learn. You got to do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I still have technical difficulties to this day. The last time I was on here, let me tell you, stuff was all types of wacky. I just got back on and started laughing. I'm like, baby, look. I'm like, it's been a day. I'm like, the systems was malfunctioning at that point.
Yeah,
but it is what it is. When you do it and you love it, you just jump in.
Yeah. Last night I premiered an episode. I premiered a show. And the system it wouldn't let me share it, so I had to go back. Because I had some copywritten material on it. So Facebook shut it down, shut the whole video down.
Oh my gosh!
And so I had to go in, edit it, cut that out, re-download it. But I had to. But you got to do it. Like, what I'm gonna do? No, get it done.
Exactly.
And we got to air. Like, no, We gonna get it done.
Yeah, you like I'm like that too. I'm like, I don't play around with my timelines that I set for myself.
Yeah, I gotta get it done. So but yeah, man, Convo with Sino. Again, our show is pretty much, man. We interview people in fashion, fitness, entrepreneurship. Anybody with a success story, testimony. So we've been going. I'm on episode number 47 coming up now. Yeah, 47 shows. Yeah. And then I do Combo with Sino live every Wednesday at 7. So I started that this past January, and again with my my program enhancement coordinator. He made a title for himself. Program enhancement coordinator.
We love that.
He don't want to be called a producer. He's like, no, I'm a program enhancement coordinator. I was like, cool, PEC.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and that's what he do. So I started that in January, just because I really don't put out a lot of episodes. I don't put out a lot of episodes for the actual show, my interviews. So I wanted to kind of offset that gap of people seeing me and just to stay relevant. So on Convo Sino Live, I still have guests on sometimes. If I do, if I don't, but we just talk about mostly trending topics. So whatever happened this week, things like that. So, and that's every Wednesday. And so got a nice following with that as well. So shout out to Convo Sino Live. So
and where can everyone that's tuning in,
everything Convo with Sino. Everything Convo with Sino, CINO. Yep.
Is there certain days that the show comes on, Sino? Is there a certain
Wednesdays at 7 on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and again, my YouTube channel is Convo with Sino, and or you just go to convowithsino.com. It's all listed there as well.
So look, you may not know this about my show, but for every guest that comes on, I make them kind of pick a favorite or, give me some feedback. So this is what I want to know. Since you are a host too for your show, what part of your show is your absolute favorite one to do? Like, I have my favorite segment that I do on my show, but what is the part where you like, okay, I'm loving this, I'm in it right now?
Man, that's a good question. I don't know. I get hyped off the intro. Like your intro came on. I kind of get hyped when I hear my intro, and that's what kind of gets me going. So the introduction is always it's always exciting. It's a little nervousness too, because believe it or not, I'm still shy. Like I'm still, I still get nervous.
I still get nervous before I get ready to speak and everything too. Like I was literally, before I tapped to go on tonight, I'm just like,
yeah, I'm nervous, man. Like, sometimes I just did a show. This is my first big show where I had shout out to the Indie Bosses. They just started a new reality show in Indianapolis. Bunch of successful business owners from Indianapolis. And so it was like 5 of us. I did like an interview, so it was Coach Trina, the CEO, the 2, so it was like 5 of us. So we had all mic'd up, and I'm sitting there and had to really just work. I had to work 5 people. You know what I'm saying? And that was
overwhelming sometimes. You're like, wait a minute, let me pay attention to everybody. Yeah. So that was, but I like things like that push me. That I tell people, like pressure and resistance. Resistance is what makes you stronger. That's right. So a lot of times when we working out is all about, you get stronger because of the resistance. You're getting stronger. You're not getting stronger when you pulling down. You're getting stronger when you pushing up. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So when you pushing up, don't just embrace the push in your life, because when you pushing up, you're getting stronger. you know, and so I didn't want to. I had to drive to Indianapolis. I really wasn't ready. I was, you know, had some stuff going on, but I'm like, okay, this is gonna be but that always turns out to be
the best time.
The best thing, best thing that happens. It's that party you didn't want to go to, and you meet, and you meet that man. You know what I'm saying?
When I tell you, it has happened like that for me every time. You know, I mean, my best friend, the one that was just commenting, Kimberly. I have been on the phone with her. I'm like, girl, I don't feel like going all the way out here. I live so far, right? So, but when I tell you, I go and I always have such a great time. I meet amazing people. I mean, just people even now. Like, I like to believe that as I go on, I'm like, my people, we come together. So even if I just met you, I'm like, come on. We move forward together, and it's always a great time every time.
No, absolutely. It's always worth it. So just a, you know, side note, there you go. There go my boy. There he is. That's 22. There you go. Shout out my boy 22, the program enhancer coordinator.
So we get y'all information. Okay, come on now.
Yeah.
Now, Sino, look, before you leave me tonight, I really want you to share with everyone that's tuning in, as far as with everything that you do, what impact, like when people think of your brand and they think of you and your show and all the amazing things that you do, what impact do you want to have on those people that support you?
I think when people think of me and my brand, I believe they see professionalism. I try to be as professional as possible, but they still see real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not uptight, but I have that balance. You know, I'm from the streets, but I can blend in with corporate as well. So I can adapt to any environment. The impact is really based on the name of my company. It's called Creating Innovative New Opportunities, LLC. So that's my credit repair business, is Sino Solutions. And so that's why I really started the show, because I like to bring people on that are innovative. So I want to get people to think outside the box. I want to get people to do something that they normally wouldn't have done if they hadn't have been influenced by me or by something that I had something to do with. So my goal is impact. I just want to be impactful with the information that I'm presenting. So any information I'm giving, I do the Combo Casino live because I'm putting the medicine in the candy. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So I talk about trending topics, but my goal is to leave you with something that you wouldn't have known if you hadn't have been tuned in.
Right.
So I want to entertain you, but I want to educate you as well.
Yeah. I love that. Oh man, look, this has been great. I'm proud of you for all of the things that you have just accomplished along the way. And like I said, I have been really excited to just hear more about your journey, and especially once you send me everything, I'm just like, come on, I'm just, that you have my support always, as far as here at the Blueprint. And look, don't be a stranger. I always extend the invite out, so you come back and see me when you got some things going on. Okay,
I share, tap in, congrats. The brunch and the Copajn. I'm gonna have to give me some of that vodka, man. Shout out to the
Copajn now. And D knows this. Copajn, they know this. I am not a vodka girly. I'm not at all. But Copajn made me a vodka girly. It's smooth. It don't wake up with you the next morning.
Where can I get it at? Where can you get it at? Is it you have to order it? Or?
He's got it at it's about 7 locations. He's looking to expand, but it's gonna be available at the brunch, y'all. You coming to the brunch, Tina?
It's the brunch. Okay, I didn't know if the brunch was just like anybody could come.
It was. So look, this is the thing. The guys got on me. The first one was for ladies. The one
right. That's what I'm like, because it looked all prissy and all that. Like y'all gonna have the hats with the flowers in it.
The men are invited to the LinkedIn Lit brunch in October. You know what? Maybe I need to do some more targeted things for the men, because the men are.
You do. Yeah, you do, because the visual of it is just You know, and because you're so prissy, you know, you prissy, you know, you such a lady, you know, you got your Samoa on, you know what I'm saying? So,
you know,
clap, but everything about you is top notch, top tier class. Shout out to you and what you're doing, you know, definitely, without a doubt. But yeah, definitely target to the men, because I didn't even really, I just was sharing it, and you know, when I see your stuff, I'm just gonna share it all anyway.
You're coming to the brunch. Sino's coming to the brunch, and then
when is it again?
Clarence, if you're in the Chicagoland area, you're coming to the brunch as well.
When is it?
It's October 11th.
What day is that?
It's a Saturday.
Okay.
Yep. And we'll talk offline. Don't worry.
Absolutely.
Make that happen. So,
hey, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Before you leave, let them know where they can follow you one more time, because you know they don't like to read, even though it's on there. Just let them know.
Man, Convo with Sino. That's where you could Convo. I don't know if they can see that. Convo.
Hey, y'all better get
Convo with Sino. That's what you can find. It's all in the back. I mean, yeah, it's out here.
I mean, look, I'm just saying, you know, for those that may be more audio, okay, we like to get to everybody. But,
absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining me again, and just, you know, like, just best wishes for everything that's coming up. You know, you have my support too, and I'm really excited to come on your platform.
Stay tuned. You coming? She coming, y'all. We gonna do a sit down. Oh yeah. My turn. Look, next time we meet, it's my turn.
Okay, come on. Look, and I'm gonna be right there. Like, I'm here to answer my questions.
Yeah, my turn.
Thank you so much again, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my goodness! I told you all that y'all were in for a treat. What's up, girl? How you doing? Hey. I have to take a quick break, but I am going to leave Sino's information here at the bottom for those that may just be coming in on the tail end of the interview. Okay, I told y'all that you were in for a treat. Now I have to take a quick break, but when I come back, we're going to hop into tonight's Hate It and Love It, and I want to hear what you all are hating and loving this week. We'll be right back.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you could treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and it is time for tonight's Hate It and Love It. What y'all talking about over here? Hey, girl. Hey. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, if you all missed my interview with Corey Williams, you all Sino, okay, Sino. Y'all make sure that y'all get in tune. Okay, go back, catch the replay. But we are gonna move into tonight's Hate It and Love It. So look, I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm going to keep it so 100 with y'all. Okay. And Auntie Tracy, I didn't get a chance to give you an update, girl. So take this as a quick update. But I'm going to be real. You all know that I have. Hey, Chucky. Thank you so much for tuning in. That just made my night. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It's been a hell of a week. It has. It's been a week. And, you know, I went back and forth a lot this week on if, I wanted to share and how much I wanted to share. So I peeked out a little bit over the week. Y'all, it was a rough one. I have been very transparent about the fact that I was diagnosed with stage 4 endometriosis. And y'all, it feels like that it's getting worse. Okay. With having that particular, illness, I, go and get my checkups and everything. I stay on top of it. Your girl keeps the PPO. And, now there's another layer that was added to it. So I don't know if you all have heard of something called adenomyosis. And basically it's endo, but it's within the muscular cavities. And that is, that was the newer discovery that came out with the latest checkups that went on. And y'all, I'm not going to lie to you, broke me down. Okay. It did. And I found myself, so that's the hated it. Let's be clear. Okay. That's the hated it, that this is such a progressive thing. It's like I'm revisiting certain things that came up in 2023. It's 2025. And it's like, it's back with a vengeance. We deal with so much, so much, but I found myself, in that hated it. I'm having this, this rough time dealing with this news. And I told my best friend, I'm like, I just feel like I need some support. I felt like I genuinely needed some support. I'm like, I can talk to my friends and family and my husband and talk to these different people about what's going on. But it's different when you talk to people that can genuinely understand, your exact struggle. Like, you don't have to explain certain things because what's understood doesn't need to be explained. So I found myself, I put a call out, I did it on Facebook because that's just, I get a little bit more interaction there. But I put the call out on Facebook to other women that were dealing with this particular illness in its advanced stages. Because let me be clear, since I was diagnosed, I found myself in groups like, trying to conceive, different, just different communities where, people like myself, where it's just like, we are at the end of the road, the infertility, these things, they have been kind of plagued on our situation. There was not really a lot of conversation around that. Also, when I started to really genuinely do research about endometriosis, there were only really white women and different people that were talking about it intricately. People that looked like me were not outwardly talking about their situation. Well, needless to say, when I put this status up, there were several women that commented on the post that, clearly were very comfortable with sharing their circumstances too. But for me, it was a lot of the messages and the feedback that I got more on the private side, on the DMs, on the text, like, hey, I saw this, I deal with this too, I'm having this go on, that I recognized that in a situation where I felt like I was genuinely alone, I just recognized that maybe I just hadn't found my tribe yet, right? Like I hadn't found the other women that were dealing and plagued with this particular illness, right? So that's the love it for me. The love it is finding community, because let me tell you this, it is uncomfortable to have those conversations or to talk to people that don't understand sometimes the real, the circumstances surrounding this particular disease. Okay. It's hard sometimes. They may not know or have that empathy or truly understand how they can support you, but it hits different when you connect with people that are also walking that same journey. So that was the hate it and love it for me. I would just, if you are tuning in, everyone that is on, the live tonight, if you are tuning in and you have dealt with any of this, you are in advanced stages. Infertility is something, and it's uncomfortable to talk to people about it. People don't want to talk to you because they feel like you're uncomfortable. I am looking to build a community to help, okay, to bring us all together where it's truly a safe space to be able to lay it all out on the line. Okay. Those things are developing. So that's the hate it and love it to kick it off. Now, the LinkedIn Live brunch is October 11th. Let's, I know that started off a little bit heavy, and that's okay. Sometimes we have to go there. We go deep so that we can heal. Okay. But we bring it back up. The LinkedIn Lit Brunch is happening October 11th. Super excited about it. You know, this is the fall edition. And baby, I've just got some people that's going to be in the room that I'm super excited about. I mean, shout out to Rose God. He was here with us not too long ago. He was our guest last time. You know, he's going to be featuring his art there. Collab from Bronzeville will be there. Okay. My liquor partners, shout out to Copajn, NG Distillery, Markovic Estates. I just have some really, really fun activations planned. Okay. Black Girl Vitamins is coming back. My stars from the league will be in the house. Shout out to BWPL. I mean, it's going to be off the chain. So let me first just start by saying that my love it is that I'm very grateful to all of my partners and sponsors and my vendors. You know what I'm saying? Everyone that's going to be a part of it. Shout out to MH. He's coming back to provide the tunes. Okay, y'all, look, let me tell you one thing. MH be showing out. He be showing out. Like I literally told him the vibe. I'm like, we could have him cuss a little bit, okay? And he literally had it rocking, you know, and it's so funny. When we were going over the playlist and just different things last time, I'm like, okay, should I make it a little sophisticated? Like, what should we do? And I'm just, you know, I'm so thankful that I get to, when I put together these events, work with my true friends. Cause he just like, you listen to ratchet music, like we gonna play the music and, you know, we'll bleep out some of the harsh words. But if you want to play some Glorilla or some Meg Thee Stallion, we gonna play some Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion. Get you some friends that remind you to be true to yourself, even when you in business. Okay. Cause baby, when I tell you they had a time, what Latifah at? Latifah was baby, she danced her heart out at the last LinkedIn Lit Brunch. I can't wait. I can't wait to see her dancing again. Okay. But you all make sure that y'all come out. Tickets are available at the bpmediaco.com/LinkedIn Lit Brunch. You can just visit the bpmediaco.com if you have a problem with the / It's okay. Okay. But I would love to have you all in the room. I'm excited. The Swag Her community, you know, Swag Her magazine is going to be one of our media partners. I mean, it's just a really overwhelming feeling sometimes to be able to bring all of these amazing people and entities into one room to genuinely connect with each other, you know, to connect. That's what it's all about. So you all make sure that you join me. If you haven't gotten your tickets, get them. I'll say this. I'm going to drop this promo code real quick. LitFam. Get your tickets. And I'm going to leave it at that. You'll type in that promo code and then you'll recognize what we just did there. Okay. LitFam. Get your tickets. Now, another love it. And I'm going to speak to somebody tonight. I know I'm going to speak to somebody tonight on this one. My love it is that when people do you know, they do you wrong, right? You know, let's talk about it. They'll do you a little bogus, do you wrong, play you to the side, do whatever, you know. And you have to make that split decision on if you're going to turn up with them. Are you going to return that energy or are you going to vibrate on a higher frequency, right? Let's go here with me. This person's done some bad things to you, made you feel a way. You feeling something in your chest, right? And you make the decision ultimately to take it out of your hands. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to have any revenge. I'm not going to say anything to this person. I'm just going to let it be. And karma comes their way, okay? Or you let God handle it and he humbles the situation very quickly. That's the love it for me. I've had some situations that have pressed upon my spirit, honestly. Oh my goodness. July, August, hold my black ass up. Okay, come on now. Can we talk about it? And I always, and my best friend, she gets on me all the time. She like, you need to be meaner. You need to be this. And I'll just be like, it's not in my heart. Something in my heart. You know, like, I'm like, I just don't have that spirit about myself where I'm just like, I can't be mean with mean. That's not my frequency, right? Like, I can't do that. But when you allow God to spin the block for you, you don't even have to do anything. You don't have to do a thing. That's the love it this week. And not that when anything bad happens that you wish anything on someone, but sometimes you want people to understand the magnitude of what it is that they've done, or how they handled you in the situation. Maybe that wasn't the way that they needed to go. It didn't have to be like that. But when certain situations happen and you decide that, you know what, hey, I'm not that it's not my job to call it out. It's not my job to right this particular wrong. I have to move on. I have to move forward. But when you are able to see, or they're able to come back and confirm or talk to you, and you're just like this, okay, the lesson came full circle. That's the love it for me. That's the love it. That's the love it. Now, my last time when I was on the show, another love it, shout out to Determined Radio. Okay. And shout out to Felice, shout out to Stacy, my girls. Okay. They had me on their show while I was off, and I was able to sit down with them. And, I'm just very, very thankful. For me, that's a full circle moment. They were one of my first radio interviews back in the day when I started in 2019. And to be able to go on their show and talk about the MzMetchi show and all of the new things that are going on, it's been absolutely amazing to have included them on the press, on the press run. We're trying to get the word out about everything. So Felice, thank you so much. Sis Stacy, thank you. Like, I really appreciate it. Shout out to 290 Mo Podcast. They are just, they're great over there. So much love to them. That's definitely the love it to end it off. Now I have to take a really quick break. And when I come back, we have tonight's What Would You Do? And y'all, this one, oh, Kim, you here. Please, I need you to stick around. I need you to listen to this. What would you do tonight, my love? I will be back right after this break. See y'all in a minute.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Tonight's What Would You Do? I think y'all gonna be a little perplexed. She said, I'm here, we just doing homework. Yes, I'm here for it. We gotta get the kiddos together, okay? Now, for tonight's What Would You Do? This one was a good one. I've been married for just over a year, and I'm facing a decision that's tearing me up inside. My husband has a dream of starting his own business, but because of his poor credit history, he's asking me to take out a large loan in my name. He says it's all about building a future with our family, that as his wife, I should support him no matter what. But if the business fails, I'll be the one left holding the debt. My credit will be destroyed, and I could potentially end up in bankruptcy. I want to believe in him, and I want to be the kind of partner who stands by her husband's ambitions, but I also can't ignore the risk or the pressure I feel to say yes because I'm his wife. Is it selfish to protect myself or foolish to gamble everything for love and loyalty? I don't know how to weigh my heart against my future. What would you do? Girl. Hi, Faye. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. She said, nope, don't do it, sis. Kim, okay, ma'am, that's where I'm at. Now, this is the thing. No, let me just be clear. I feel like this particular What Would You Do is very cut and dry. It's going to be a no for me, dog. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We've only been married a year. This is giving very scam, but no, not scam, but genuinely. If you don't have your own credit history together and you haven't taken any steps to do that, and now you're coming to me, I am feeling like you're trying to use me as a scapegoat at this point. So it's going to be a no for me. It's going to be a no for me. Faye said, I smell a con. Absolutely. He's going to get that money and probably like run off. I'm drinking Cutwaters tonight. This is the lemon drop martini. Cutties. Okay. Cutwaters, feel free to send me any bottles or any. And look, those pineapple margaritas. It's going to be a great night. Great night. Kim, if you're still tuning in, that thing that I told you that I was going to do yesterday, I'm going to do it today for sure. Definitely off the cutties. Catch my drift? I know you do. Let's get back to it. Tonight's what would you do? I would not be taken out alone at all. There would have to be some type of plan in place. I need to see it. Oh, you said YouTube. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Okay. But yeah, tonight's what would you do? Oh, wait a minute. Just let me. She said, hey sis. You have to try the Palomas. Really now? Really? Which one is the best one? Sis, drop it in the comments. I'll be buying that from the liquor store right now, tonight. Let me know what's going on. I gotta get that. But okay, y'all. Let's stay focused. Tonight's what would you do for those that are just coming in? Because I know you all are filtering in your own way, your own time. She's been married for a year. Her husband, his credit history is poor, but he has a business idea that he wants her to take a very large loan out for in her name solely. Girl, look, part of being a supportive spouse, let me speak to you. Let's talk. I'll talk to you wife to wife. Okay. Wife to wife, what we have to do is protect our spouses. Okay. And, you know, a lot of the times when we think protection, we think it's the man protecting the wife. And granted, yes, that's a very, very big component. But how we cover our husbands is to do whatever it is that we can, do the very best that we can to not help them or to help them not make stupid decisions. Okay. And not even stupid decisions, but just decisions that will cause more dismay than it will success. Okay. Now, in this situation, what I would tell him is that I absolutely do not feel comfortable putting my name on a loan for the business without seeing what this actual business plan is, without seeing those projections, without understanding what's the foolproof plan of what this looks like. Okay, that's one component. But also, what are you doing to better your situation so that you could take this risk on your own? You should be seeing a credit repair person. Call Stino, y'all. Okay. Okay. You should be building your credit. There should be some things that are laid out. Tonight's what would you do is very cut and dry for me as well. Okay. Kim, she said, I agree with you. It's pretty cut and dry. Don't do it. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, thank you, Faye. Thank you. Y'all stop. Stop. Just Cynthia said, I get being supportive, but that's a huge risk. Yeah, like if this loan is going to throw her into a place where if it were to fail, she would lose everything. It's not worth it at any capacity. It's not. But as a dutiful wife, what you can do is that you can look for grants. You can help your husband with the preliminary steps to legitimize himself so that even when the loan comes, because he needs to get the loan on his own, he'll be equipped to do so. And let me say this, and I'm sorry, call me an old school wife or whatever. I believe in the man being the provider. Don't come to me with anything asking me for weird requests that you can't get for yourself. Because as a woman, I'm not going to come to you and be like, babe, I need you to take out this loan for me or do whatever. But what I will come to you and say is that, hey, babe, I have this plan and these are the steps that I'm going to take. And I may need some assistance with this. Or maybe you can be a co-signer. But I would not allow my husband to fully take the risk for something that is just my journey. That's irresponsible. And that already tells me he wouldn't even be able to handle the gravity of what it is that he's asking you for. Let's be clear. But part of protecting him is to not allow him to pressure you into a situation that you're uncomfortable with, but also enter into things that he's not fully prepared for. Because as a business owner, how serious can you be about business if your credit is jacked up? Let's start asking real questions. Jackie said nope. I need a full Shark Tank presentation. Girl, and then this is the thing. Present it to these investors. I don't know what you're presenting it to me for. Like, baby, we're in the same boat. If you find a man raggedy, baby, leave him raggedy. Come on now, Faye, drop knowledge on the people. What? Let me put that back up. If you find a man raggedy, leave him raggedy. And men, the same goes for the women. If you find a woman and she's raggedy, disheveled, and she ain't got nothing going for herself, and she's always got her hand out or whatever the case is, get a better woman if you're looking for a partner. Because that's somebody that'll help you lose it all. They'll watch you lose it all. Okay? Faye, the man is the provider, no dusty bums. Agreed. Yeah, I mean, and my whole thing is that there's nothing wrong with him asking his wife that, but there should be some steps that he can take on his own to make sure that she shouldn't have to. Bring me a business that's already got some type of success or something attached to it. Okay? And then we can talk. But you're coming to me about a business idea. He wants to start his own business. So you have not even started the business at all. Now, most entrepreneurs know a lot of us started with nothing. A lot of us didn't come into it with investors. We had to buy it piece by piece. We had to invest entity by entity. So to come into it and you just feel like you're supposed to be handed this large amount of money, that screams scamalicious to me. I don't know. Kim said they have only been married such a small amount of time. Who has to say they don't end the divorce? Exactly. And then she has taken on this loan that is in her name. He has no attachment to this loan. Come on now. Ladies, we got to be smart. Think ahead. Think ahead. Period. It's not looking too good, my love. It's not looking too good. Thank you, Swagger. The girls. So I want to know you all's thoughts on this one. I mean, mine's, it stands. I'm not doing that. Even as a wife, I'm not doing it. The risk is not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And it could cause more calamity than anything else. Sis, move around. Redirect that man. Get him a credit specialist. Have him talk to some grant writers. Okay. As a wife, there are some things that you could do. Hey, babe, I can't do this for you, but this is what I can do. I don't feel comfortable taking out this loan, but what I do feel comfortable with is helping you to find some resources of some people that can help you secure funding without us having to risk our entire livelihood for it. Don't be afraid to have the hard conversations. Girlfriend needs an ironclad contract if she does it. Love don't pay back loans. Come on now. Faye, do you hear me? If you take it out, it does not pay that. It does not pay back. It does not pay back. Come on now. Faye, you dropping some real knowledge on them. They're not ready. They are not ready at all. So I want you all to continue. Leave your comments. Leave it below. I would love to hear, what should this young lady do? I have to take a quick break. When I come back, we're going to hop into tonight's What's Happening, What's Up, and then later we will jump into our topic of remembering September 11th. I want y'all to think this. Where were you on that day? Think about it. Get ready to type it. Okay? I'll be right back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy. Yummy all in your tummy. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
level up. All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy. Yummy all in your tummy. Them more mistakes are gone. I won't do them no more. That's old news. That's new news. I done did that before. I turn nothing to something. My comeback on 100. Let's talk it. More action. You just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating. No losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings. I turn that into money.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Now, I don't mean to be ignorant hopping into tonight's what's happening, what's up. Let's be clear. Okay, but we got to talk about a few things because some things have happened. What's up, Faye? Hey, girl. I know y'all heard about what happened with Charlie Kirk, okay? Child, I had to fit the cuddy on that one. That's not even it, though, okay? That's what's happening and what's up. He, pew, pew. It was a bad situation. No one's taken away from that. Okay. But I try to stay away from some of the politics things where they are just spewing out stuff that I'm like, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Why are we listening to this? This is crazy. Right. I try to stay away from it. But in hearing some of the things that he had to say, oh goodness, he doesn't believe in empathy. Okay. So how's the bullet doing? But I'll leave that there. But needless to say, another piece of news was that Donald Trump announced that he was going to award him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Faye, you said it best. No empathy for me. Baby, I have none to give. None. And things are so crazy and messed up right now. Moving along, okay? Because we're not going to spend too much time on that. I don't spend too much time on the ignorant. I'm just here to give you all the news. He's going to get rewarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. For what? The world may never know. They may never know. She said, girl, please. Right. That was my exact thing when I'm like, really? Of all things. Okay. Now, there are several HBCUs that are closing their campuses amid potential threats. Okay. So some of those schools are included Virginia State University, Hampton University, Alabama A&M, Southern University. They are closing, just due to a potential threat that was sent to the schools. Why are y'all messing with the schools? And I know you all heard about the shooting that went on. Those babies were praying. What is going on in the world right now? Y'all, I'm telling you, they're going crazy. They're going mad. Kayla, he won't be remembered. Yeah, Charlie Kirk, all right, brother, whatever. I'm going to file that away next to Hulk Hogan, okay? Now, Faye, she said, all I know is that he was a racist jerk and roasting marshmallows. Yep, he needs freedom right now from the gates. Just saying. Ooh, come on now. So, those schools, it's a little bit crazy. Now, Marcus Smith from Chicago, from the Bellwood area, Oh, honey, he's not having a great week. So he, check this out, y'all. He pleaded guilty to a felony charge of theft of governmental property. He's been ordered to pay back $50,000 in restitution and sentenced to 24 months of a second chance probation. Okay. Now this happened because during the COVID-19 pandemic, while he was working for the Illinois Tollway, he conducted a scheme to fraudulently scheme PPP loans. Now, they amounted up to $50,000 almost in 2021. And then he ended up getting a rent grant relief for a little bit under $19,000. Baby, why did the state of Illinois, honey, they not only did they report it to the Illinois Tollway, this man lost everything from scamming. Y'all have to stop scamming. Stop. It's going to catch up to you at some point. You genuinely can't help but just to, oh my goodness, she's getting a little oily. You can't help but to just laugh at the fools that feel like they're gonna get away with this stuff. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Auntie Tracy, he got $50,000 in 2021 and then turned right back around and asked for almost another $19,000, $18,950 total. What an idiot. Okay, they better leave us alone. This ain't the 60s. Faye, we respect and love our ancestors and we are thankful for everything, but this generation is a little bit different. Now, why would you do fraud attached to your social security number? El Stupido. Speaking of El Stupidos, now, if you all are from the Chicagoland area and you have to commute into the downtown area like me, you all would have noticed that on Michigan Avenue, there was a lot of traffic due to some fools. Let me tell you about the dummies. They took a pickup truck, crashed it into the Louis Vuitton store right on Michigan Avenue. Crashed it, stole a lot of products, stole a lot, stole it. Okay. Let me tell you what these fools did. They all jump into these different getaway cars and all this other stuff. Okay. The first accident happens right on Michigan Avenue in front of the Nordstrom store. Y'all, I get to work this morning. There's cars turned over in the middle of Michigan Avenue. It was an absolute madhouse this morning getting over to the Magnificent Mile. Cars flipped over. There was one car that was so crushed up from the accident, and I believe that driver passed away. He died, okay, from these fools trying to get away, only for another vehicle that they had hopped into, the getaway vehicle, to go and have another crash on Lakeshore Drive. And then they ran off. They ran off, okay? What is going on? I need them to stop. They caused so much chaos in the city this morning, so much traffic, all because they're just trying to steal. And with Michigan Avenue, being someone that, I go there often, I work there, and we make a lot of things happen. This is devastating. Devastating what happened today. That poor guy that was, he was killed, had nothing to do with it, just driving. And they're trying to get away after they done committed a crime further up on Michigan Avenue. Absolutely, it's sickening. But it's no crime in the city. Moving along. In other losses, do you all remember internet and reality TV sensation Rolling Ray? Well, he has unfortunately transitioned as well, okay? And I was really, he was a gag on TV, okay? He was a gag. He was a gag. Very, very sad to hear that. Now, there is another video that's been circulating on social media that I want y'all to stop. The family, and I felt the need to share this with you all because the family of Irana Zarutska, she was the woman that was murdered on a North Carolina commuter train last month. Her video has unfortunately been going viral of her fatal stabbing. Okay, she was stabbed to death on this North Carolina train. And the family has personally reached out and said for her dignity and for their grief to please stop sharing the video. Please stop sharing it. I logged onto Facebook today, and the only reason why I learned about this story was because someone had shared this young lady who she had just moved to North Carolina 3 years before, working at a local pizzeria. She died in a shirt coming from work, okay, with the pizzeria on there. They are sharing the video of her slaying online. And that was how I learned about Irana's story. Y'all got to stop doing that. Y'all have to stop doing it. Allow people in their last and final days to have their dignity. Everything is not meant to be shared on social media. The family should not have to come out and ask for it. Y'all did it when Kobe passed. Y'all shared all of this ludicrous things. Why? Help me understand. No, we're not doing that. Y'all got to stop sharing these videos online, okay? And that was at the request of her family. If you see the video, report it. Report the people that's sharing it, because what the hell? Okay, moving along. Y'all know that it's Mexican Independence, weekend and everything. So in the Chicagoland area, because, we have our listeners that tune in from other states, but specifically in the Chicagoland area, several Latino organizations and advocacy groups are expressing concern about a recent uptick in the ICE arrest across the Chicagoland area. Now, those things are increasing even more because the celebrations are set to kick off this weekend between September 12th through the 16th. So for anyone that is a part of that community that's tuning in, hey, stay safe out here. Stay vigilant, please. Okay, MzMetchi is an ally. I don't want to see nobody be in a messed up predicament. Okay, now we got a lot of things going on. I know with politics, people feel away and they like whatever, but look, okay, they don't deserve to be treated inhumane and have to worry about ICE rolling up. I was gonna say something bad, y'all, but look, we don't need to take it back in time. Leave people alone. Okay. Now let's see. Hold on. Seriously, they want jail. And where was the National Guard that are supposedly making us safer? Killed over some designer crap? Yeah. That guy that was involved in the accident today on Michigan Avenue, Faye, I mean, he passed over some Louis Vuitton bags. Like, when you really think about the heart of it, he died as a result of the heist of Louis Vuitton. We need more mental health counseling available for young Black men who are sorely overlooked. He is a schizophrenic. So sad. And condolences to her family. Yeah. Faye, there's so much healing that's needed during this time. It's ridiculous. It really is. So we just have to continue to keep bonding together and making sure that we keeping our head on the swivel, okay, during these times. And definitely prayers to her family for sure. And ICE is waiting. They're on my street already. And I know that a lot of people within like the Black community and everything, they feel like, oh, this ain't our issue. This ain't our fight. And granted, you may be right. Right now, it's not on us, right? Like, they have a completely different trajectory with who they're targeting. But what you have to understand is that with different political people like that, typically they're very quick to turn their attention. Okay. So we want to make sure that we stay with our head on the swivel. Now, I have to get ready to take a break, but when we come back, we're hopping into our topic. Remember, on September 11th, I want y'all to go back with me. September 11th, 2001. Let's take it back. We're going to talk about what were you all doing that day? I mean, it's a day of remembrance. It's been 24 years. Can y'all believe that? Oh my gosh. 24 years. We'll be right back after this break.
Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management. And they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you could treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types. And baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health.
Learn more about MzMetchi today. She's an entrepreneur, host of the Blueprint Live, media personality, professional brand ambassador, brand talent manager, commercial real estate professional, event host, beauty and fashion influencer, marketing and promotions professional. Learn more about MzMetchi by visiting MzMetchi.com for more information.
Are you in need of a mobile bartender for your next event? Contact Paris Ice Bar today. From crafted cocktails, tapas and hookah, Paris Ice Bar has you covered. Visit ibringhappyhour.com or call 407-707-8202.
Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's time for the topic. Let's get into it real quick. Remember September 11th. So, that day sticks out in my mind. Y'all, I was in the 7th grade when it happened. Woo! Talk about going back in time. Goodness. I remember that morning, you all, getting up. And we were getting ready to go. At the time, it was significant. We didn't have bus service. So a lot of people were already at school. We were waiting for Rhoda to drop us off. Shout out to Rhoda. Shout out to my mother. But the first plane had already struck. So I missed that particular update. But we were watching the news live as the second plane struck the other twin tower. And I remember walking up on it like, is this a movie? But recognizing that, I'm like, okay, no, this is the news, and this is going on right now as we speak. Oh my goodness, y'all, it was scary as hell. It was scary. Oh my goodness. And then we got dropped off at school, and at the time they still had the little rolling TVs. They had to roll the TVs in for us to be able to look at the news and see what was going on. It was insane. I will never, ever forget that day. And it was just such a solemn day. Oh, my goodness. Do you all remember? Let me get into the comments. I'm going to read a few of you all's responses here. Kayla said, I remember I was in junior high. I had no idea what was happening. I didn't see the footage until getting home and feeling in shock, knowing that these were people's final moments. Yeah, you know what, Kayla? I think once I saw the second plane hit, and we saw it live, right? We were watching the news and we saw it live when it happened. I'm like, how will they get out? How are they going to get out? There's people in there. There's people in the building. Auntie Tracy said, I know, right? I was sitting at home when the first plane went into the building. Scary, right? She said, I thought it was an accident until the second plane hit. I was in disbelief. And it just, it happened. I remember my mother being like, oh my goodness, and like I said, when I walked down, I'm like, is this the movie trailer? Like, what is she looking at? And I'm seeing it. I'm like, it's burning. Oh my goodness, y'all. It was too much. It was too much. Faith said, my friend Pat woke me up and said, girl, turn on the TV. I saw the World Trade Center implode. Yeah. And watching it fall, thinking about all of that, there's an image or a person that sticks out to me. Do you all remember the Black woman that was in all of the rubble? And she had all of that on her, all of the debris and everything. And then to find out that she ended up passing later on from cancer, that was likely related to her having to walk through all of that stuff. Heartbreaking. Yeah, I was like that too, Auntie Tracy. Definitely. Definitely. Seeing people choose to jump knowing it was a lose-lose situation broke my heart. Yeah, I mean, even those videos, like things that you saw afterwards, some of those visuals, it's almost as if something that you'll never forget it. I definitely saw the people jumping. Bye, Faye. Much love, sis. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. I just wanted to, I don't want to harp for too long on it because it was just one of those really hard times, when we talk about born to be an American, okay, all of that. That was a difficult time, and even as a child, being in the 7th grade, I knew the magnitude of what that particular event, what it carried, and how every year since that happened, okay, because the Twin Towers weren't the only ones. It happened at the Pentagon and the other places, being in Chicago, we are one, Chicago and everything, we fight with New York all the time, right? We fight with New York often in terms of who's the one who's got this. And yeah, everyone was on alert. It was a scary time. And yeah, Kayla said, hearing people's last phone calls to their loved ones on 911 still haunt me. Yeah, especially the ones where they were on the planes. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine what they were feeling in those moments, or to be the person on the receiving end of the phone call. So today, I just want to take a moment as we reflect on September 11th and what happened in 2001, that we just pay respects for those lives that were lost. Yeah. Auntie Tracy said they was headed here in Chicago. Yeah, I mean, Auntie Tracy, and imagine, right? We, typically, look, Auntie Tracy was a big dog back in the banking industry back in the day. So she, you know what I'm saying? She was near some of those buildings that would have been on the hit list. It's a sad time. It was a sad time. And my heart goes out to all of those families that just, every year on September 11th, just know that we ache with you. Although, you know what I'm saying? It's no way that you could see what happened that day and not be affected by it, right? So today we choose to remember them. Auntie Tracy said they were headed to the stock exchange. I could see that, such a scary time. It is. So, tonight we remember those that were in the buildings, that were on the planes, that, they just got up and just thought that it was just going to be a normal day. No one knew that that's what was going to go on. And just I think the overall anxiety that date brings, God is very good, Auntie Tracy. He is, because, it could have been us too. So my heart goes out to all of those families. Even now, 24 years later, we will never forget. We will never forget. Never. We'll never forget. She said she was on vacation. Yes, look, wow. Tonight we remember all of the lives lost. Tonight we celebrate the people that were there once the dust settled, the firefighters, the police officers, the city officials, anybody that had boots on the ground for real. Boots on the ground for real. We remember them today. So wherever you are, just stop, take a moment of silence, okay? For those that were lost, we remember tonight. There's no way. I was telling everyone when we first started tonight that I'm like, wow, it never really lined up with this day. And I found myself, y'all know, the topic of the night is always the trickiest part of me doing the show. I'm like, what do I want to talk about tonight? But as soon as I was getting everything together for Sino to come on tonight, and I saw the date, I said, well, I know what we got to talk about tonight. So I'll leave you all with that. I have to take a quick break, and when I come back, we're going to close out with tonight's quote of the night, so you all make sure that you stick around. I believe that it's a word that you'll want to hear. Be right back.
Be sure to shop Pretty Curvy Savage, where style meets comfort, and you can be bold and be fierce. This plus-size clothing line is everything that you need in your closet, ladies. So be sure to visit prettycurvysavage.com and use promo code MzMetchi10 for your special discount. Okay, bye. Hey, are you struggling with weight loss? Try everything and the scale hasn't moved for you? Well, I think it's time for you to call our good friends over at Live Long Health. They have everything that you need to help with weight loss management, and they also offer a plethora of other services. So make sure that you go ahead and head to livelonghealth.net, okay? Or call 708-998-5542, okay? And guess what? The best thing is you can treat yourself now and pay later. They accept several different payment types, and baby, it's time for you to go ahead and make that move to get healthy. So choose to live long with Live Long Health. Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and it's almost time for me to go, y'all. Oh, no. Oh, no. Auntie Tracy said that was a sad day, and the day they showed the bodies from COVID. Oh, you know what, Auntie Tracy? I tell you what, being an American been hard these last couple decades, okay? Several decades. So we just have to continue to, keep each other uplifted. But tonight I want to share this quote with you all. This comes from Michelle Clark, my girl on Pinterest. Be the person who still tries. After failure, after frustration, after disappointment, after exhaustion, after heartache, be the person who musters up the courage to believe that a new attempt can manifest a new outcome. Be the person who still tries. Now, I tell you all every week that the quotes find me. And that one found me, as I shared with you all earlier, as I was in my place of despair with my own situation, to continue to keep trying. Be the person that still tries, no matter what. In life, we're going to have some things that's going to knock you back, put you down, shake you up. Okay. Baby, I have been shaken and stirred. Shaken and stirred. Wow. But through all of that, we still continue to push through. So let that be a reminder for you all tonight. And I hope that you take that word. Take it with you. Take it with you through your week. Take it with you through whatever it is that you may have going on, be it good or bad. Still try. Put that effort in. You'll thank yourself later. If you don't believe me, just watch, okay? I want to thank my very special guest tonight, Corey Sino Williams, okay? You all can catch me on Convo with Sino soon, okay? We are in the midst of just getting all of that set up. I'm super excited to sit down and to chat with him about my journey on his platform, and I'm so thankful that he came on to share his story tonight. I told y'all I just try to bring you people that are, that make an impact. And he certainly has made an impact with everything that he does. And, the success speaks for itself. And so shout out to him. Thank you so much. And let's see. Okay, let's say I love it. And she said, we are shaken, not broken. Amen. No, we might be shaken up. But, we're making it happen. Hey, Yolanda, she said, good evening, sissy. Coming by to show some love. I have a home in 10 minutes. Love you. Okay. Love you too, sis. Thank you so much for dropping in and showing some love to me tonight. I want to thank you all for tuning in, everyone on our Facebook and YouTube, everyone that's listening in on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3 and Indy 101.5. Shout out to my sponsors, Live Long Health, Pretty Curvy Savage, Paris Ice Bar, Fiya Infusions, and Copajn Vodka. Again, after tonight's broadcast, everyone will be hyperlinked. Please make sure that you take a moment to go and follow their pages. Make sure that you're following me. If you have not already, get your tickets to the Link the Lit Brunch, because I don't want to hear y'all mouth when y'all see the footage for the next one. Because, baby, if you thought the first one was one, this next one, we kicking it up a notch. And remember, this ain't your average event. It's an experience. And remember where you heard it first. Because a lot of people are trying to use the phrase now, but are y'all really offering experiences? Get it together immediately. immediately. Next week, I'll be back with Dr. Julian Wright. Super excited to have him on the show, so that you all make sure that you tune in with me. And as always, be blessed and have a wonderful week, a beautiful weekend. And I'll talk to y'all next time.